This is test transaction 3. In this lecture, we are going to make another test transaction. The first test transactions that we have made have got failed because of the Indian PayPal merchant account. The second test transaction is successful and we made the payment through PayPal balance. In this lecture, we are going to make test transaction with the same buyer account, but we are going to pay using debit or credit card instead of PayPal balance. Let's see how it goes through. This is the buyer's point of view of our website, and let's assume that he reads our post and likes to buy this linked overcoat. He is clicking add to cart and he goes to checkout directly. This time let's assume he ships to a different address than billing address. Choose Hong Kong. Choose a region. Let's assume that he is giving some notes as gift pack this item and write the name as my sweet darling. Here comes the shipping rate, that is flat rate. Now he is clicking proceed to PayPal. Since we haven't added any other payment gateway, we will see how to add more payment gateways and enable sandbox modes for them in later lectures. Click proceed to PayPal. Since we have created only one merchant account and one buyer account, I am repeating the purchases with the same buyer account, but we can also create multiple buyer accounts and do checkout with multiple buyers. For that also, we need to create account in our website too. Now let's enter the password and click login. This time, let's change the payment method. And we are going to pay via another method. Let's try to pay via credit card. Well, here comes the trouble. Since the PayPal balance is enough to pay for this transaction, our credit card payment mode is unavailable. But still, we can choose to pay via bank account. So let's check that method. Instant transfer is not available and it will take 3 to 5 days to make this payment. It's fine and it's just for testing purpose. So click continue. Now he is going to pay for this transaction using his bank account. Click pay now. Well, you can print this receipt or add funds from his bank to this PayPal account. Let's see the PayPal account overview of the buyer just to know how it looks like. See, the PayPal balance was $80,000 first, then the first payment took place. It's $323 and I guess it's LG Nexus 5X. Then another fashion related item bought for $75 and now another coat is purchased. If you click details, then you can see in detail. Yes, it's LG Nexus 5X and we receive the payment for that too. Okay, now let's go back and go to our store. If you wonder what will happen if the buyer clicks the pay button again before the admin change its status from pending payment, then let's test that too. What's the big deal here? In last two transactions, we just click the view button. This time click on pay button again. So the buyer is trying to pay again through PayPal payment gateway. Good, this is how it should be. PayPal says this invoice has already been paid and you cannot pay for the same product again. This is what I expected and wish to show it to you. So even if the pay button is visible in the My Account page, if the buyer clicks pay button in My Accounts page again for the same purchase order, PayPal shows an error page that he has completed the payment earlier. Though the status is shown as pending payment, it doesn't mean payment is pending from the buyer's end. Pending payment status refers to the fact that e-commerce site admin has to change the payment status from pending to processing. So go to WooCommerce orders section. In this case, though the payment was made through PayPal standard payment gateway, it's made through bank account. That is, he paid through his bank, so normally it may take 3 to 5 days to get credited to our account. Since this is just a test account, let's see whether we got credited now itself. See, the amount has not got credited to our account yet. Let's go to transaction page and check whether any info is available. There's nothing available here. Let me try some other filters. Okay, let's go to notifications and check whether we have got any transaction details. Here we have all the transaction details. First notification is the recent banking transaction, that is CD has sent you an e-check payment for $46. It usually takes 3 to 5 days for you to receive the money. We recommend that you wait until the money arrives before shipping the item. In real time, in case of banking payment, better wait until you receive the money. Then you can change the status from pending payment to processing. Once you have got the payment credited, change the order status to processing and then you can ship the product to customer. This is the notification for the previous transaction, that is, you received the payment of $75 from CD. It's a confirmation receipt for the previous transaction. So if you forgot the previous PayPal balance, then instead of checking whether the PayPal balance has got incremented or not after a buyer has made a purchase, you can come to the notifications and see whether you have got the amount credited or not. Also, you can easily relate this transaction ID with transactions on your order page so that you can know which order is paid for what. In the recent transaction of this banking e-check payment method, we gave a note to the seller, that is, the buyer has given a note to the seller, which can be seen here. It's written as gift pack this item and write the name as my sweet darling. So if buyer gives you any note, then it appears in this region. Even if you change the status once, then also you will get your order notes, like the order status changed from pending payment to processing.